time to rock and roll. It's race time at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Green flag. We are racing.
Oh, trouble for Harrison right there. You know, that's not bad. I don't know if he planned it that way, but he missed both the tires there going into the front straightaway. So looks like if he stays parked right there, caution should come out. Be at flagman and race control's discretion. And we're staying green per Nathan. So lap number 1 coming around the 4K of Ken Plonsky. He is your leader, followed closely by Egbert in that 70. Then you've got the 2 and 2 of Mike Newby, the 48 of Dwayne Toyne, and the 0-1 of Terry Scherner. There's Harrison. Gets it righted, gets it rolling. He'll be down 1 lap. And as we come, there you see Egbert out of turn number 4, getting about 2 car lengths away from the lead. Hot spot on the racetrack right now, though, is that battle for third between the 2 and 2 of Mike Newby and the 48, the blue and white number 48 from Austin, Dwayne Toyne in the Terry's Body Shop Special. You'll notice the 01. Oh, look at that, the team cars with a little love tap. You know, that's okay, though, because you see Terry's Body Shop decals on the back of that 48 car, so if Terry wrecks it, Terry's got to fix it. So there's that. Meanwhile, back up front for the lead, Ken Plonsky and George Egbert right there, 1 and 2. About a half a car length between both of them as they go off into turn number 4. Here they come. You got Egbert trying to get to the bottom of Plonsky. That's halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go in heat race number 1. Now Egbert comes down, goes to the low side of Plonsky. He's got the better drive up off the corner. Plonsky, though, putting in the ponies onto the outside. Little contact. Plonsky's able to hold the lead, but don't give up now. Here comes George Egbert looking back to the bottom. Out of turn number 4. Doesn't get the run going this time. And now here he comes again, Egbert. Going to try that same line again. Plonsky, though, on the outside, slams the door. And there's a change. Back for third. Dwayne Toyne has gotten around Mike Newby. And to the inside, Terry Scherner's gotten around Mike Newby. So those coming up. Still hot spot. Battle on the racetrack. Battle for the lead. 2 laps to go between Ken Plonsky in that 4K and the 70 of George Egbert. Nose to tail all the way around right here. Well, we'll see. Does Egbert change his line? He goes a little higher this time. Off into turn number 3 as he comes. Oh, here we go. White flag. 1 more lap around. Oh, the track's getting good. It's getting a little slick, but it's a little fast. Here comes Egbert to the inside, side by side out of turn number 2. Plonsky's able to get the lead down the back straightaway. Which way is Egbert going to go? High or low? He stays behind him. He's going to try the crossover. Here he comes. Not going to be enough. Ken Plonsky wins over George Egbert. Heat race number 1 here in your eye stocks. All right, come on, Nathan. Drop that flag. There we go. Green and going. I'm not in mid-season form yet. I can't hold open the let's goes. Right from the drop, your outside lane rocking and rolling. O'Brien takes off about 5 car lengths over the 33C of Cosper. Then Preem gets it rolling in that 17D. Now, right there, the 144 of O'Brien goes there. Actually, Christ, I'm already getting them backwards. That's the 14 of Hobbs, then the 33 of Cosper, then the 17, and then the 14 there, O'Brien. All right, so battle for the lead right here, shaping up. Cosper in that 33C coming to the backside of the 14 of Hobbs. Hobbs has the lead. Cosper right behind him, going off into turn number 1. Hobbs slides up. Here comes Cosper down to the bottom, to the inside. Outside of turn number 2, they go side by side down the back straightaway. Cosper takes to the point. We'll see what happens right here. Hobbs not able to come back and do the crossover. So your new leader at halfway, Charles Cosper at 33C. So now, here comes the battle of the 14, so to speak. The 14, John Hobbs, he's second. The 144 of Joe O'Brien. Remember, Hobbs has the skulls. O'Brien has the Texas flag. Here we come. They're going to go side by side. Give it to Hobbs up on the outside. And O'Brien now right there in second spot. Here they come. O'Brien now trying to look to the inside. Hobbs goes high outside of turn number 2. O'Brien not able to get the run down the back straightaway. Now into turn number 3. Hobbs goes high. Here comes O'Brien looking to the bottom. Clearly, he likes that run in 3 and 4. Battle still rages on with 2 laps to go. Now side by side, 4th and 5th are there just a second. Was the 717 of McLean and the 17D of Dean Preem. Still hot spot on the racetrack right here. That battle for second spot. Here he comes. Here comes O'Brien to the inside of Hobbs. White flag. 1 more lap to go. Hobbs hanging on. Now here comes O'Brien looking to the inside. Can he get the run off the bottom? Here we go. Let's see. Your leader, Charles Cosper. He's the leader by a mile. Oh, Hobbs scoots high. Here comes O'Brien to the inside. Who's it going to be out of turn number 4? Jacob Hobbs wins, or John Hobbs, Joe O'Brien, 3rd. Hold on, I'll get that right.
Into turn number 3, in command is Nathan Lavender in the birdcage. He's ready to go. Green flag!
And still side by side, nose to nose, door to door, into turn number 1. Now watch Anthony Otkin in that 489, try to make it 3 wide. Don't forget about Andy Roller, he's one of those heavy hitters too. So now, CJ Gray up on the outside in that 23. He's going to get the lead over Egbert coming out of turn number 4. Roller drops back to 3rd. Anthony Otkin back in 4th. So lap number 1 complete. Now coming out of turn number 2. Roller in the 63 trying to get to the inside of the 717 of Egbert. So now Roller trying to look to the inside. Egbert looks like they got the hold of that little bump out there in the middle of turn number 3. Everybody rocking and rolling. They come down to complete lap number 2. So now side by side out of 2 rather. Andy Roller in that 63 still looking, trying to get underneath George Egbert, or GW Egbert. Right there, here he comes. Here comes Roller to the inside of Egbert right here down the front straightaway. Roller hops in behind the inside. See how that works. Egbert with a little bit of a wiggle out of turn number 2. Now Roller back to the inside, not able to put the ponies down on the dirt. But now making a 3-car battle for the lead. CJ Gray, he slides up. Egbert slides up. Here comes Roller. We are halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. And they still go right there together. 1, 2, 3. Gray, Egbert, and Roller. And about 2 cars back to that 489 of Anthony Otkin. But right now, it's a 3-car battle for the lead. Now, here comes Otkin, make it a 4-car. Roller looking to the bottom. Whoo, he got close to that tire. He's just not able to get the drive up out of the corners. 4 cars right there for the lead. Going off into turn number 1. Roller back to the inside again of Egbert. Roller just can't get it going. Into turn number 3. Everybody's still playing nice. Here comes Roller trying to get to the bottom. Here comes Anthony Otkin, and we're 2 to go. 2 laps to go here at heat race number 3. Now Egbert trying to go a little high line. Roller back to the bottom. Whoo, look at that run Egbert got on the back straightaway. Knock, knock, who's there on the backside of CJ Gray? Here it comes, white flag. 1 more lap around. So now, here we go, nose to tail. CJ Gray, your leader. Egbert, 717. Andy Roller in the 63. Egbert right there, he gets that bumper full. Let's see if he can do something with him out of turn number 4. Oh, he's going to get close, but it's not going to happen. That'll be for second. Egbert will get second. Roller 3rd.
Into turn number 3. Let's see if they keep it nice and straight. 2x2x2. Single Doug Ripple in the back. And we're green and going.
All right, so that one deemed a much better start from Nathan. So Ellis in that 17 checking out early over the 7S of Sigorski. Now kind of a wad of them back there. Masterson getting high. Now they go 3 wide with Brian Meredith there in the middle in that 30 car. Bill Miller in that 0 coming back out for the first time in a long time in a race car. But right away, here comes the battle for the lead between Ellis in the white 17 and the 7X of Tim Sigorski. Actually, scratch that 7S of Tim Sigorski. They go down the back straightaway. That's the hot spot right there. Battle for the lead into turn number 3. Ellis got a little high that time in that Malibu Special, but Sigorski not able to keep pace. This right now on lap number 3 right here. Ellis back to the high. Ooh, got a good run for Sigorski right there out of turn number 4. He got, or turn number 2, he got that run down into turn number 3. Ellis is going to try the crossover, but man, Sigorski's got a rocket as they rocket down the front straightaway. Sigorski, your new leader in that 7S. So now everybody kind of playing nice, everybody equal distance between them. And just like that, half a straightaway lead there for Sigorski as they come. There you see Nathan Lavender cross flags halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Trouble there for Miller in that 0. He keeps it going. No harm, no foul. Not very often you see a Camaro on a racetrack anymore nowadays. Meanwhile, back up front, Sigorski coming by to complete another lap as the leader. Tim Ellis second. Brian Meredith about a full straightaway length back from the leader. As they run, everybody playing nice so far. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Tim Sigorski, your leader. There you see Nathan with the double stand-up. Signaling 2 to go. And that's the 60 of Masterson, stopped in between, or just inside of turn number 2, right there by the lights. No harm, no foul. We keep it green. Here we come, white flag. One more lap around for your leader. Tim Sigorski in that 7S. Up, caution's out. I guess they decided to toss the caution with a 60.
And we'll put this one in the books. Can Sigorski hold on? We are about to find out. Green flag racing.
And right away, right back to about where we were. Sigorski checking out. Now the hot spot battle for second between Ellis in the 17 and the 30 of Meredith. As we said, green-white checker. This time by, there you see Nathan Lavender. He got the white flag waving in the wind. Sigorski, your leader. Now hot spot is that battle for second. Ellis has it. Meredith wants it. As they come, Meredith tries to get the run right in the middle of 3. He got part of it. I don't think he got all of it. But now into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Looks like we're going to finish that way. Sigorski wins. Ellis second. Brian Meredith rounds out the podium in 3rd.
Factory stocks, it's going to be a good one. Green flag in hand up in the flag stand. Green flag racing.
Oh, tough start there for Casper in that red number 90. Good start there for Storm and Steve. So now as they come, nose to tail, Ellis is out front in that 33. Then you got the 15 of Moore. Tyler Moore in that 15, brand new car tonight to the racetrack. So he tries to get up underneath the 33 of Ellis. So now here comes Moore up to the outside in that black number 50. Oh boy, a little contact right there and coming out of turn number 2. Ellis now back to the inside. There goes Moore back up to the top side. So Moore checking out. He's going to come. He'll lead lap number 2. There's a warning there for you. Ooh, black flag warning there for the 15, your leader. Now hot spot, that battle for second between Ellis in the 33, Stormin' Steve Sims in the 58, and Matula right there in the orange number 73. So now Stormin' trying to get a run up on the inside. Now watch out, Jimerson in that white number 11. Man, he's got a rocket ship tonight too. There goes the 11 inside the 58 of Stormin' Steve Sims. Ooh, Stormin' trying not to put a mark on that car. Getting harder and harder. Here we come, your leader. The 15 right here. That'd be halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. Side by side there for second. Between the 11 of Jimerson and the 33 of Ellis. Oh, Ellis. Little extra wiggle and a jiggle. We'll move Jimerson into second this time around. This will complete lap number 5. 3 more to go. So now, battle there for second right here, or third rather, between Ellis and Stormin' Steve. Meanwhile, up front, gone by a mile, the 15 of Tyler Moore. He's just gone in his own zip code. Right now, the hot spot still continues to be that battle for third. Oh, good move there by Stormin' Steve, whipping around like he does in that Mopac traffic. But now here comes Matula in that 73, trying to get to the inside of Stormin' Steve. So now this time by white flag, 1 more lap to go for your leader. So now there goes Jimerson there for second. Here comes third, fourth, and fifth right here between Ellis, Stormin' Steve, and Matula. Meanwhile, winning by a mile, car number 15, Tyler Moore.
He's a man with a plan. He's ready to go. Green flag's out. Green and going. Here they come at you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, boy. I think as bad of a start that was for Natech, I think the start's going to stand. Everybody else was able to get with it, as you can tell. Looks like early mechanical problems there for Natech. Might have a flat tire. Can't tell from there. Meanwhile, up front, they are gone in front of him. Taking the lead right there, the 23C car of Brandon Moore. Moore starting to check out. Meanwhile, look at that. Oh, look at that dogfight right there. Second, third, fourth, fifth right there. The 0-2 kind of stuck in the sandwich of Matthew Berry out of Conroe. So now you've got the 144 of Joe O'Brien from Round Rock. And then you got the 0-2 of Berry and the 78 of Brady Ricks. So now, right now, hot spot battle there for second between O'Brien and the 0-2 of Berry right there. Right there, they still battling nose to tail with O'Brien. Trouble there finally for Natech. He's out. And here we go right here. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. And the race continues on right here. So we still green and going right here. Your leader continues to be that 23C of Brandon Moore. Here comes the white flag. 1 more lap around. 4 more. And as we get ready, coming down here on the 23 of Moore, keeps it green and going to the checker. Brandon Moore wins the second of the heat races in the Browning Auto Parts factory stocks.
Magnum Custom Trailers Sport Mods. They come down. Green flag, we are racing.
And that indeed, much better start there from Race Control. Right off the bat, the 55, the red 55, Rusty Head takes off. He is now your leader. Behind him, the 43, that is Gene Burnett, the 43G, side by side for third. On the outside, here he comes, Browning Auto Parts Special, that is Don Painter. And the inside, the 55G, Gerald Henderson, now dropping back to fourth. Following up the rest of the field, recap in the 84 at Douglas Wiggins, the 54 at Todd McLemore, and the 78 at Joe Harrelson. Meanwhile, right now, hot spot on the racetrack, shaping up to be the battle for third. Right here in front of us, Don Painter in the 10D has it. Gerald Henderson in the 55G, he wants it. Don't forget, this is Magnum Trailers IMCA Sport Mod Heat Race number 1 of 2. And then we will have 3 heat race of IMCA Modifieds following this one, and then a full slate of main event action. So now everybody started to play nice. No change up front. Rusty Head continues to lead. Gene Burnett in the 43G 10D. Don Painter 55 with Gerald Henderson. And this time by, there you see Nathan Lavender. He's got him crossed up halfway home. 4 down, 4 to go. And here comes Wiggins and McLemore and Harrelson. All right, next time by, will be 2 laps to go. Hot spot heating up again. Battle second, third, and fourth. Don Painter looked low that time. Drivers trying to get accustomed to the changing track conditions. Here comes Don in the 10D, looking on the bottom. There goes Henderson trying to look underneath Don. 2 to go. I think Burnett might have bounced off that wall out of turn number 4. He drops 2 spots. So now move Painter up to second. And yeah, Burnett bounced off the wall again. Here we go, white flag. 1 more lap to go. For your leader, the 55, Rusty Head. Hot spot still, battle for second. Now here comes Henderson looking to the inside of Painter. Out of turn number 2, Don's got the run up on the outside. Meanwhile, out of turn number 4, clean sailing that is, Rusty Head wins. Don Painter second, Gerald Henderson in the 55G rounds out your podium. Top 3 finish here, heat race number 1.
We get ready to go. Magnum Custom Trailers Sport Mod Heat Race number 2 coming at you. Race fans, green flag, here we go.
And there we go. Out of turn number 2. Watch the man on the mission right there. Trevor Egbert in that 787 started towards the back. He's already in third place by the third turn. And oh, wow, look at that. Squeeze it between the tire and Petty. So now Egbert right there in the 787. Now looking to the inside of Robert Stewart out of turn number 2. Robert able to hold the line right now. Now coming up, there he goes. Egbert trying to look to the bottom right there out of turn number 4. Can he hang on? Now right there, Robert still hanging on. Now here comes the crossover for Egbert in the 787. So now Robert Stewart trying to pick up his first checkered flag on dirt right here. Long-time asphalt campaigner in the Central Texas region. Comes from a long line of racing stewards. Right now, he's being challenged by one of the long-time dirt racing families, the Egbert. Oh, look at Trevor up on the outside the hard way. Woo-hoo-hoo! Now Egbert going back up to the top. Let's see, can he go with the high lane? Here comes Egbert to the top again. Side by side, little beating, little banging, but Egbert healed through the steel right there. In turn number 3, can he keep the momentum up and running? Out of turn number 4, yes he does. Now, watch out now. 5 feet of fury right there. Taylor Florio up to 3rd after starting shotgun in the 6th spot. So now Taylor going to the inside of Stewart right there. Get together just a tick. Robert holds on to 2nd. Taylor looking, still getting it. 2 laps to go here in this one. Here she comes, looking to the inside, looking to the outside. Oh, she tried the crossover, got a little loose. Meanwhile, white flag, 1 more lap for Trevor Egbert in that 787. Robert Stewart 2nd. Taylor Florio 3rd in that 21T. Good battle there for the top 5 between the 43 of Petty, the 2H of Heath Stewart. Meanwhile, up front, from back to front, Trevor Egbert wins in the 787. Robert Stewart 2nd. Taylor Florio 3rd. Jeremy Petty 4th. Heath Stewart in the 2H rounds out the top 5.
Get ready for fast. Here they come. Green flag. We're racing.
And a DBR right off the bat. The 02J of John Evans takes to the point. 3 wide there for 2nd. Coming out on top, they're going into turn 3, the 7G of David Good Jr. Now side by side, battle for 3rd, Danny Turner in the 89 and the 94, Chris Morris. Now Morris looking to the inside of Turner, coming out of turn number 2. Chris trying to rebound from a bad race last night at Heart of Texas Speedway in Waco. So now, for the lead, the 7G, David Good Jr. takes the point, dropping Evans back to 2nd. Hotspot still battle for 3rd. Got a couple extra cars going to be part of it here in a lap or 2. And now Morris looking to the inside of Turner. Coming up behind him is that 32. Bowes coming up right there. So now trouble there for Good in that 7G. Evans back to the point. So Good Jr. way off the pace, so that'll put Danny Turner back in 2nd. Chris Morris up to 3rd. He goes to the hot pit. There's Bo in the 32 coming up to the inside of Talon in that 14T. So caution, looks like there was a drive shaft issue. Drive shaft laying right there in the up out of turn number 4 right there. Just follow the green figure there on the motorbike.
Here they come down. Evans in the 02 getting ready. Green flag. We're green and going.
All right, as he took off, the 02J of Evans going off. Now here comes Chris Morris in the 94, able to get underneath Danny Turner outside of turn number 2. Now side by side there for 5th. Bragnald in that 32 and the 14T of Talon Minton. Talon, former track champion down there at I-37 Speedway in Pleasanton. So now trouble there for Evans in that 02J. Opens up the door for Chris Morris in the 94. He checked out by a mile. So now move Turner up to 2nd, Talon to 3rd. Oh, look at Morris. He's got that high line rocking and rolling right now. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Now Talon trying to look to the inside, gets squeezed down by Turner. That's the best battle on the racetrack right here. Meanwhile, checker flag up for Chris Morris in the 94. Battle on for second right here. Turner gets it over Talon.
Get ready to go 8 laps, and they're going to go fast. Couple of 48s right behind them. Slot and McSpadden. 8 laps to go as they get ready to drop that drag right here in turn number 3. Center of the corner. Green flag. Let's go racing.
Woo, boy. Beating and banging already from the middle rows. That's Raymond McSpadden trying to go from the outside to the inside. Slot, though, able to move up to second in that 48. Here comes Raymond to the inside of Childress right there. Had him for just a second. He'll make that stick, but he goes high. But he ought to get the ponies down. Not too good. Childress still hanging with him in that 81. Meanwhile, here comes Green coming up in that 82. Now, side by side, fixed to be battle there for second spot between the 48. So give Raymond in that 48R. Raymond McSpadden moving up to second spot over Rob Slot. Now, further back, battle heating up there towards the end with the 07 to right. And Rick Green in the 82 and the 11 of John DeShotel. Meanwhile, those guys get a chance kind of get into the new track surface. Some of the guys starting in the back of the field were the guys that were coming down from the other tracks that were unfortunately postponed due to Mother Nature. But meanwhile, up front, halfway home, your leader, Dylan Tyndall, has checked out and found the right setup. And now, right now, everybody's spaced out, playing nice. So don't let these guys that are in the back of the pack right now fool you. They weren't here for, they got 1 round of hot laps, and that's only because we had to have an extra round just to get the track worked in. So come main event time, these guys won't be back there long. So 2 to go this time. Now up out of turn number 4, here it comes. He's led since the drop of the green. Dylan Tyndall in car number 86. Raymond McSpadden second. Rob Slot fourth. So now into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Dylan Tyndall wins. Heat race number 2. Raymond McSpadden second.
IMCA modified heat race number 3. Into turn number 3, fixing to turn the wick up just a little bit. Here they come. Green flag, let's go racing.
Alrighty, right away, big dogs are going at it. Everybody's single file right now. Derek Scott in the 01 is your leader. David Gooch Sr. in the blue 13G. Then the 97, a Huff. The 63, a Henderson. And the 137, a Jeffrey Abbey. That is your top 5 as they run nose to tail here in this one. Trouble there for a Huff. Getting a little crossways up there in that 97J. Meanwhile, Derek Scott up to the high side. David Gooch Sr. behind him. There's Huff in that 97. Henderson in the 63. Oh, trouble contact there in the back between the 37 of Spindleman, and I believe that was the 87 of Williams. They're running 6th and 7th respectively. Meanwhile, action heating up front. Scott's got some company back there for the lead. This time it's David Gooch Sr. in that 13G. And Huff able to stay right there in touch with the lead pack. Halfway down, 4 to go. So now Abbey looking at Henderson for a 4th spot. Meanwhile, top three, still no change up there. Derek Scott Jr. is your leader. David Good Sr. in that 13G, the 97J of Huff. Henderson still has the spot over Abby in that 137. 2 to go. Now make it a lap and a half. So now they come up to the 18 of Pete Sagmeyer. Oh, let's see. 1 lap to go. Let's see. Can the veteran in that 13G, can he pull one of those veteran moves? Here he comes. Derek Scott with the crossover. Keeping him down. Now Good able to use the pick. Oh, they tried to split Sagmeyer. Didn't work out good for Huff. Meanwhile, out of turn number 4 with the win, Derek Scott Jr., David Good, Sr. in the 13G, Jeff Huff in the 97, Henderson in the 63.
And Shagsum, here we go. Green flag, let's go racing.
And right away, there we go. Plonsky checking out over Egbert in that 717. Oh, everybody, oh, watch out, Anthony Otkin hitting the fence. Everybody's so far. For the most part, everybody able to play, I don't know, Rodney, can you tell what car number that is, the one underneath the direct propane sign?
The man, the myth, the legend, the best flag man this side of the Mississippi, Nathan Lavender. Green flag, here we go.
And so far, so good as they go off into turn number 1. Little contact right there between Egbert and there's CJ Gray, Anthony Otkin, Charles Cosper in it, Blackwood, Terry Scherner in it again. T-Bone in the 33 of Cosper. Yeah.
Third restart or third start. Green and gone. Let's do this.
All right, that one's so far, so good. Everybody trying to go 2, almost 3 wide. Plonsky up to the top. Meanwhile, side by side for second. Egbert in the 717 to the inside of the 17D of Dean Preem. Anthony Otkin in that 489. Charles Cosper in the 33C behind him. Andy Roller up top in that 63. And Dwayne Toyne rounding off that first pack of cars. Right now, hot spot continues to be second, third, fourth. 3 wide for fourth. Hang on, baby. Andy Roller making it 3 wide. He gains the spot. That'll kick Cosper back a spot or 2. Meanwhile, up front, battle for the lead. Shaping up with Egbert in that 717 and the 4K of Ken Plonsky. Right there, nose to tail. Now up for third. Otkin in that 489. Andy Roller in the 63, third and fourth. Now back up front to the lead. There goes Plonsky in that 4K 717 of Egbert staying there. Looks like the trouble there for the 29, bouncing off the wall in turn 2. But we stay green, no harm, no foul. Back up to the top. Battle for the lead. Plonsky has it. Egbert wants it. Same thing for third and fourth. Otkin has it. Andy Roller wants it. Charles Cosper joins the battle for the top 5. Now, battle shaping up for second, third, and fourth, and fifth. All right there, nose to tail. Plonsky actually has about a 2-car length advantage over the 717 of Egbert. Now everybody coming back together there in turn number 3. Anthony Otkin hanging tough right there. Andy Roller in the 63. Cosper in that 33C. And then 14. Actually, that's the 144. Look at the hood on that dude. The team, yep, there it is. Got an extra, missing a hood pin there. But meanwhile, back up front, here comes the 717 of Egbert. Looking to the inside of Ken Plonsky in that 4K. Egbert cuts it down on the inside. He's still with him. He's got the inside fender. Plonsky, though, able to put the ponies on the outside. He keeps that spot. Meanwhile, top 5 cars, put a blanket over him. All running right there together. Egbert now looking back to the inside. Now he gets alongside. Can he keep the momentum up? He's almost door to door. Can't keep it now. Plonsky able to keep him up, keep the revs up, keep it going. Trouble there for the other Egbert in that 70 machine. Off the pace. At the same time, George Egbert in that 717 to the inside of Plonsky. Can he get side by side the 717? GW Egbert looking to the inside of Plonsky for the lead. Where's Otkin gonna go? In that 489. Lots and lots of lap traffic. Terry Schurter T-boned the tire again. Now side by side, first and second. Now they're gonna go in and out of. Oh, where's Miller gonna go? Miller to the inside. Oh boy, Egbert just put the back bumper all over Plonsky in that 4K. He's coming to the inside. And we have a new leader, the 717 of GW Egbert up to the top. Now the battle right here, shaping up for third. Andy Roller looking to the inside of Anthony Otkin in that 489. Roller in the 63. And now Roller in that 63 looking to the inside of the 489 of Otkin for third spot. And they keep it up. All right, so 12 laps complete here in this one. 8 more laps to go. Trouble for Dwayne Toyne in that 48 right there. And cautions out for Dean Preem in the 17.
Oh. All right, Bobby, here we go. Let's race this one home. Egbert, can he hold on? Plonsky's there. Otkin. It's going to be a good one. Here they come. Green flag.
All right, turning them loose this time with 12 laps complete, 8 more laps to go. And your top 5 continue to be the class of the field. Right now, Charles Cosper in that 33C, jumping to the outside of the 63 of Andy Roller. Roller, though, keeps it rolling on the bottom, trying to get under Kim Plonsky in that 4K. No luck this time. Now, side by side, Roller in that 63 gets back underneath Cosper in the 33C. Trouble for McLean in the 717X. Now up on the top side, Anthony Otkin in that 489, able to get around Plonsky in the 4K. Here comes Roller, muscling around on the top side. He's trying to bring Cosper with him in that blue 33C. So Otkin up to the outside. Here comes Roller trying to cut the middle. He goes to the inside down at turn number 3. Otkin chases him low. Now Roller to the inside. Here they come side by side at a turn number 4. And at the stripe, Roller had it. Now that puts Roller in second spot. Does he have anything for the 717 of Egbert? There goes Terry Schurter in the 01T. Rough night. Welcome back to Terry. But meanwhile, GW Egbert rather, in that 717. He's up to the top. He's gone. Full car length advantage over the 63 of Andy Roller. Then you got Otkin in that 489, the 4K of Kim Plonsky, 33C of Cosper. Top 5. Further back in the field, you've got the 144 of Joe O'Brien. Then you've got the 66 of Harrison side by side for third. Side by side into turn 2. The 23 of CJ Gray and the 2 and 2 of Mike Newby. Trouble there for the 14 of Hobbs, bouncing up off the outside wall. So meanwhile, up top battle out of turn number 2, the 4K of Plonsky and the 33C of Cosper. There you see Hobbs in the 14. White flag, 1 more lap to go. Roller's probably going to get close, but I don't think he's going to get close enough. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Roller's going to get close, but your winner, 717, G.W. Egbert wins over the 63 of Andy Roller, the 489 of Otkin, Kim Plonsky in the 4K fourth, and Charles Cosper in the 33C, rounding out your top 5.
Tim Ellis on the outside. Street stock main event. Let's go racing, everybody. Green flag.
All right, so correction, 12-lap feature action, hot and heavy already. Ellis in the 17 to the point. Into turn number 3, Brian Meredith in that red and black 32nd. Tim Sigorski 3rd. Doug Ripple dropped back to 4th. Bill Miller in the 0. Masterson in the 60. Or no, Gandara. Adam Gandara in the 60. Meanwhile, up front for the lead, Brian Meredith looking to the inside. Not happening this time. And caution's out. Trouble for Doug Ripple there in the 8.
Tim Ellis brings him down. Green flag.
And your top 3 cars picking up right where they left off. The 17 of Ellis side-by-side battle there for second, with Brian Meredith in the red 30 and Tim Sikorsky in the 7S. Trouble there, I believe the 60 of Gandara spins in turn 2. Caution's back out.
Ellis in the Malibu. Green flag. Here we go.
And a game of cat and mouse right there between Ellis in the 17 and the 30 of Brian Meredith, the 7S of Sikorsky. So now, for right now, Ellis had a good run, but there's this clear rut developing right there on the top of turn number 3. It's just to the left of the green light down there in turn number 3. So we'll see if Ellis hits it again this time. If they go high, they go right underneath it that time. But now Brian Meredith trying to go 2 for 2 here in the street stocks at Cotton Bowl. So now Meredith there on the inside. He's got the bottom side. Doesn't come up, slows the door. There he does a little bit. Now Ellis trying to get to the top side. Can he get the run? Won't get to do the crossover. Meredith still the leader. Ellis now back to second. Sikorsky in third. Bill Miller rounding out pretty good. Trouble for the 19 up at the top of Masterson. So he still stays on track. No harm, no foul. All right, so this time by, Rodney, they'll complete lap number 6, halfway home. 6 down, 6 to go. So your leader still continues to be Brian Meredith in that red and black 30. Then Tim Ellis in the 17. Tim Sikorsky in the 7S, and Bill Miller in the black and red Camaro. Five to go this time by, coming to 4 to go for Brian Meredith in that 30. So Brian Meredith continues to be your leader. Everybody playing nice single file, fence post style. Coming up this time by, 2 to go. There you see Nathan Lavender. He's got the twin flags right there flying. 2 more laps to go for Brian Meredith. He's now got a full straightaway lead on second place, Tim Ellis. Now into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. There you see white flag one more time around for Meredith. Tim Ellis is still there. Sigorski, Bill Miller rounding out the top 4. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. Brian Meredith goes back-to-back in victory lane here at Cotton Bowl. Tim Ellis second, Tim Sigorski third, and Bill Miller rounds out your top 4 here in the Street Stocks.
Hell yeah, here we go. Factory Stocks, Kurt Ellis, Storm and Steve Sims on the outside. This is going to be some rocking and rolling as they bring it down. Lights are out. Nathan Lavender says, let's go racing!
Oh, and there they go racing indeed. Storm and Steve Sims with a good start over Kurt Ellis, but now he's being hounded bright and early by Barry in that 0-2. Now 0-2. Ooh, they get together a little bit with the 23. Somebody hits the tire. That'd be Moore in the 15. Can't tell if he got a broken tie rod, I think. Well, maybe not. It's slightly straight. Meanwhile, back up front, Storm and Steve Sims is the leader. Here comes the 23C of Brandon Moore. So Moore up to the outside, and he's got Barry right there behind him. But Storm and Steve Sims getting to be a sandwich right there. Now here comes Barry looking into the inside of Storm and Steve. Storm able to keep the revs up though. Stock car versus factory stock right here. Oh, big, wow. I think Moore in that 23 let off a little bit sooner. Meanwhile, the other Moore, your heat race winner, parking it in the infield there. Yeah, that right front not doing real good. Not wanting to point in the right direction. That's really not good. Problems there for Natek. Natek taking the short line around turns 1 and 2, or 3 and 4. But now back up front still continues to be Moore in that 23. Steve Sims in the 58. The 0-2 of Perry. Or Barry, rather. 0-2 of Barry. And the 73 of John Matola. It's another close race right here with your top 4 pretty much running nose to tail. And now Natek having problems right here in the lead duo. So that put up that able to open up the door for Moore in that 73. So that took away the momentum of Storm and Steve. Barry, here he comes up behind him in that 0-2. And now Barry in that 0-2 looking to the bottom side of Storm and Steve Sims. Still not going to be there. That Nova is indeed rocking and rolling there in second place. But as they come by again, Storm and Steve able to keep the momentum going. Cautions out.
We're going to rock and roll one more time. This is going to get good. Factory Stocks, green flag.
All right, so back up front they go. Oh, Matula right there in the 73 just get muscled up out of the way back there for 4th. Meanwhile, your top 3 still the same. Moore in the 23C leads over Storm and Steve Sims. And Barry in that 0-2. And now the 78 of Ricks and the 73 of Matula. Oh, trouble there for the 0-2. Wow. Woo. Guess he's going to have a side door going to be dinged up like that front bumper. There he gets there with Ricks. Meanwhile, Matula back up front. In for, oh, no, there they go. The 11 and, oh, no. Well, that actually could have been considerably worse, all things considered.
Oh, what a melee. I think something broke on the 78, Bobby, with the first contact over there with Barry. as we get ready to resume once again with factory stock action. Here they come around, more green flag. Here we go.
All right, and we taking the green again on the restart. 7 laps complete here in the Browning Auto Parts factory stocks. Now back up front, battle still as it was before, with Moore in the 23, Storm and Steve Sims in the 58, and Barry in that yellow 02. A new man in the hunt, the 144, Joe O'Brien joins the top 5 party there. Trouble there for Steve, gets a little crossed up on the bottom. So Barry in that 02 goes to the outside of Storm and Steve there in turn 3. Here comes O'Brien in the 144, trying again. Matula there in the 73, trying to hang tough in the top 5. Right now, Steve Sims got hooked just a little by O'Brien in that 144. So we lost a ton of ground right there. Everybody going up to the outside of the Nova. Steve Sims, he just ain't having good luck tonight, dropping back to 4th spot. Now almost getting a battle there with Matula there for the 5th spot. So this time by 5 laps to go here in this one. So a couple of laps to go here in this race as we get ready to wind it down. So this time by, here you see 2 to go. 2 to go here in your Browning Auto Parts factory stocks. So here we go. Into turn number 3, coming out of turn number 4. 1 more lap to go. 23C of Brandon Moore leads over the 02 of Matthew Barry. Barry's going to try to get a run, but I think too little, too late, not enough laps. Into turn 3, up out of turn number 4. 23C goes to victory lane in the Browning Auto Parts factory stocks over the 02 of Matthew Barry and the 144 Joe O'Brien, the 73 of John Matula, and the 58 of Storm and Steve Sims rounds out the top 5.
Hang on to your hat. We're getting ready to go. Green flag in hand. Green and going.
All right, start looks good for the flagman. So Rusty Head checking out over Robert Stewart in the 32 and the 43 of Gene Burnett, 43 of Jeremy Petty. Heath Stewart rounds out your top up. Bruce Henson in the back popping the tire. Now we recap the field hotspot right now. Battle for 3rd between Gene Burnett, Jeremy Petty, and trouble out for the 7 of Bruce Henson. So a couple of laps complete already.
Hell, if we got 19 laps complete that fast, they're a hell of a lot quicker than I thought. All right, Rusty Head all by himself out at the front, everybody. And he goes. Green flag.
All right, Texas 2-step restart. Leader starts the race, and he went, and he is gone. Rusty Head to the front now. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right there. There goes Gene Burnett in that 43G. Tried to get to the inside of Robert Stewart. Trevor Egbert in the 787 is there for 3rd to the outside. Goodness gracious, squeeze between Gene and the wall, but Trevor now taking off. He's up to 3rd. Heath Stewart battling for 4th and 5th there with Burnett. So now Heath to the inside. Burnett's got a good, oh no, oh boy, everybody hang tight. And that, well, All things considered, well, that could have been a whole lot worse.
I think he's got about 18 laps to go. And a lot of hungry hounds behind him. Here we go. Lights are out. Green flag. Here we go.
Oh boy, right off the bat, they start beating and banging right there. Don Painter in the 10D and Taylor Florio in that 21T. They start beating and banging together. Meanwhile, Rusty Head back up and to the front. Trevor Egbert in the 787 second. Battle there for third between Robert Stewart and the 32 and the 10D and Don Painter. They battle for third as they go off into turns 1 and 2. Taylor Florio in the 21T and Henderson in the 55G side by side for 5th and 6th. Right now, Rusty Head got the jump on Egbert. Side by side battle on the racetrack, battle for 4th and 5th between the 21T of Taylor Florio and the 55G of Gerald Henderson. They now are behind the 32 of Robert Stewart. Stewart got a little extra wiggle in the jiggle there out of turn number 4. He's definitely running better this week than he was last week, that's for sure. Meanwhile, here comes Henderson down to the bottom. Didn't get it running that time. Actually going to lose the spot to the 21T. Here comes Taylor coming to the inside. And the 5 Feet of Fury goes up to 4th spot. Oh, boy, 4th spot there in the 21T. So now I've got clear track in front of her. We'll see if she can make up the ground right here. She's got a full straightaway length disadvantage to your lead trio right there. Rusty Head, though, he's starting to get some company up front. Egbert in that 717. Getting ever so close. Don't count out the 10D of Don Painter. The old Parks man, he's coming up closer too. Right there now, getting within a car length apiece between them all up front. Trouble there for Harrelson, the other 78. He gets loose out of turn number 2. Loses a couple of spots back there. Now he gets to the inside of the 12D of Dwayne Owens, and Harrelson loops it right in front of Bruce Henson and in front of the leaders. So lap number 8 complete, 12 more laps to go. And how will Rusty Head work this lap traffic right here? First, he's got Bruce Henson in the 7. He's going to go low. Egbert's going to go to the top. Now there goes the 7 of Bruce Henson coming up on the 12D of Dwayne Owens right there. Trevor Egbert right behind Rusty. So Egbert right on the back bumper. Now here comes Don, the 10D, coming up to the inside. And we are halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. Here in your Magnum Trailers IMCA Sport Mod feature. So now Taylor in that 21T getting caught up between the 2 lap cars, so her quest to get to the front in a hurry not happening, but right up front, here we go again, boys and girls, right there. Off into turn number 1, 55 of Rusty Head, the 7, 8-7 of Trevor Egbert, and the 10D of Don Painter. He was close, but now he gains it in the corner, loses it in the straightaway. Almost a 3-car battle with them top 2 cars. Rusty Head, Trevor Egbert. Right there, nose to tail, going off into turn number 1, going to the inside of the 54, Todd McLemore. That's now going to open up the door for Don Painter. So now lap cars, can they be an advantage or a disadvantage for your top 3? The next one, they got about a half a straightaway or so behind the 84 of Wiggins, so might be a factor there towards the end. Meanwhile, back up front, Rusty Head to the bottom, Trevor Egbert up top. That battle's long from being over. So now, Taylor Florio in that 21T, she's cleared everybody. She's now on the same straightaway as the leaders. She might get close, probably too far down right now with not a lot of laps to go. 5 laps to go. There you see Nathan with the high five. Now your top 3 getting ever so closer together once again. Egbert now to the bottom to cover from the 10D of Don Painter. Rusty Head, he started on the pole, been leading from the point this whole time. Here comes Trevor Egbert to the bottom. Problems for Rusty Head. Here comes Don Painter. Don't know what broke on the 55, but heartbreaking. Meanwhile, back up front, Trevor Egbert has the lead now. Got about 4 to 5 car lengths over the 10D of Don Painter. Oh, but Egbert, though, he got a little block from that 84 Wiggins. Trevor having to go to the bottom. Let's see if Don will that open the door for Don Painter. Trouble for 21T. Taylor Florio braking on the front straightaway. Oh, man. Everybody's starting to drop like flies. Now trouble there for Don Painter trying to get to the inside of Wiggins. Wiggins took him all the way down. That opens up the door for Egbert. They're in that 787. Here we come, wide flag right here. One more lap around for your leader, the 787 of Trevor Egbert. So now into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, one more lap car. It was a battle. He's got the battle scars, but he's got the check and the trophy going back to Salado. Trevor Egbert in the 787 wins. Don Painter in the 10D second.
Ready to go. IMCA Modifieds. Let's bring them home, everybody. Coming around, green flag in hand. Nathan Lavender, green flag. Let's go, racing.
And right away, there we go. The big boys and the big toys. Trouble for Evans right off the bat. They go 4, almost 5 wide out of turn number 2. On lap number 1. So Evans from the point dropping back. He's going to smack the wall again, almost. Trouble there for one of the cars in the middle of the pack. Talon Mittens turning around. Keith Green in the 82, or Rick Green, I believe, in the 82. And Rick Green from Bertram. Problems there. Meanwhile, recapping the orders, they come through. Derek Scott Jr. and Dylan Tyndall. That's your battle right there for the lead. David Good Sr. is in third. Danny Turner, the 48, Rob. We got cars all over the place. Goodness gracious. Chris Morris right there in the back of the 89T of Turner. Morris makes the pass. Trouble there in turns 1 and 2. A couple of cars getting together. Meanwhile, on the inside, that's the 48R of Raymond McSpadden. Now he gets the spot and loses it to Jeff Huff in that 97J. Raymond now getting a good run back up on the outside. He'll get the point back. He'll now come to the inside of Hardy Henderson. Trouble there for Talon. Talon right by the tires on that low lane. Cars coming in and out trying to try to dodge him, rather. Not sure what happened to Talon. Uncharacteristically bad night for him and that 14, that 3D landscaping crew. Kudos to Talon. Coming up from Seguin, normally races at I-37 Speedway there in Pleasanton. Meanwhile, up front, Dylan Tyndall continues to lead in that 86. Derek Scott Jr. second. David Good, 13G third. Rob Slott in the first 48 is third. Then Chris Morris in the 94. Hardy Henderson in the 63. 97J, Jeff Huff. Huff just sat there. He knocked a big old chunk of track out of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2. He got the body damage to show for it, too. And then you got the 48R. That is Raymond McSpadden right there. That is your top couple here in the IMCA Modified feature. So now Henderson in that 63, getting to the inside of that 94, Chris Morris. Now heavy duty lap traffic there for your lead trio. Tyndall starting the lap traffic process. Hot spot picking up right now. Will be that battle for the second spot between Derek Scott Jr. and David Good Sr. And guess what? Already this time by halfway home. 10 quick laps down, 10 more quick laps to go. So hot spots all over the racetrack right now. We'll go back to that battle in the top 5. Caution's out, trouble there in turn number 4.
Coming down to it. Let's watch the flag stand. Green flag. Here we go.
And off away we go again. Now this time Derek Scott Jr. goes to the high side. He'll lose a spot. Now side by side, Henderson in that 63 to the inside of Derek Scott Jr. Up front, David Good Sr. Oh man, that old man is rocking and rolling tonight. All over the backside of Dylan Tyndall. Meanwhile, further back, you've got the 48R of McSpadden. And you've got the 97J of Huff, the 94 Chris Morris battling for a top 10 spot. As they all come together right here, hot spot on the racetrack, multiple of them. First one will go up to second place between Derek Scott Jr. and that 01, getting a good run on the outside of David Good there in that 13G. Now further back, couple of rows back, you got Raymond McSpadden and Chris Morris, and those guys racing side by side, nose to tail. That's Rob Slott up on the outside in the 48 Rob. So caution back out as
IMCA mods, here we go. Green and going.
And we are indeed green and going. Watch the 13G David Good come from the back. He's already got through 4 cars. As we said, 12 laps complete, 8 more laps to go. Right now, winner on that break was the 63 of Hardy Henderson. Jumped up a couple of spots. He's now second. Jeff Huff in the 97 moves to third. Tough couple of laps there for Derek Scott in the 01, but caution out once again.
Here they come. 8 laps to go. Single file restart. Green, green, green. Here we go.
And that didn't last real long. Right there, the 02J and the 37 car outside of turn number 4. Trouble for the 97J. Jeff Huff right there between turns 3 and 4.
Final feature race of the night. Tyndall brings the field into turn number 3. Green, green, green. Here we go.
All right, back up racing again. Here we go. Hot spot on the racetrack. Midway back, about 5th spot. Between the, where we go, that's the 137 of Jeffrey Abbey and the 32 of Bo. Meanwhile, Dylan Tyndall continues to lead. That should complete lap number 14. Should be 6 laps to go. Next time by, we should see the high five from Nathan Lavender. Right now, hot spot right there on the racetrack. Battle for second, Derek Scott Jr. and Hardy Henderson. Scott Jr. in the 01, Henderson in the 63, and there you see it indeed, high five. 5 more laps to go. But meanwhile, watch that 48R of McSpadden. He's got that car running up from the back along with David Good Sr. there in that 7G. Watch McSpadden try to squeeze between him and Sagmeyer in that 11. Oh, Raymond going top shelf like expensive liquor. Can he make the move happen? He gets around David Gooch Sr. That time by. 16 laps complete, 4 more laps to go. So now your lead battle starting to pick up right here with just a couple of laps to go. Dylan Tyndall has the lead. Derek Scott Jr. trying to come to the bottom for the point. Derek Scott on the bottom. Can he keep it? Dylan Tyndall, he gets a little crossweight up. Derek Scott down on the bottom. Didn't get a good run. Hardy Henderson's still there. Here they come to the white flag. 1 more lap to go. That might have been the wake-up call that Tyndall needed. As right now the battle's going to be for second spot between Derek Scott Jr. and Hardy Henderson. Into turn 3. Oh, he slides high. There's your leader. Here comes Derek Scott to the bottom. Won't happen. Dylan Tyndall wins. Derek Scott Jr. second. Hardy Henderson third. Rob Slot fourth. And rebounding for a top 5. Started in the back. 137 of Jeffrey Abbey rounds out the top 5 here in IMCA Modifieds at Cotton Bowl Speedway. Closes out the night.